Hey Moonrays, welcome back to my Sims 4 channel. Today, continuing on with our celebration of the fall/spooky season, I am building a tiny home for a runaway teen werewolf. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a RaellySims speed build if I didn't come up with a whole backstory for the sim who is living here in this tiny home. I don't make Sims, I don't really play the game aside from build mode. I just love build mode so much that I just don't get to play with any other aspects of the game. But while I build these homes, I'm always thinking about the Sims who live inside them. So I've thought all about this particular werewolf sim. So I imagine that the sim who's living here found this old abandoned shed out in the woods. Actually, I wrote some notes down. As always, I always bring my notes because I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything about these Sims. So they found an old shed out in the woods, as I said. I imagine that this sim wasn't always a werewolf. They're like a teen wolf. They just found out that they're a werewolf, and basically they have a lot of anger issues and they're learning how to deal with them. So his house is super messed up on the interior. There are scratch marks, claw marks, things are broken. I imagine that he's still going to school. I think that he would be like a football player or something like that. And the thing is, something happened to his parents. Something happened to his whole family. Maybe he took some of his anger issues out on them and they're not around anymore. And you know, he did that by mistake when he was learning about his newfound powers and newfound strength. I don't know. So there are 3 graves out in the backyard that I put, and he also has lights, like little lamps, sitting right by them to like honor his family members. I don't know. I thought that was kind of an interesting idea. So he's like 15, 16 years old and he's living alone in this shed tiny home. But I also thought that maybe he's really into cars and he likes to do car repairs. So of course it's The Sims, so we have to use a little bit of our imagination there. That's not a thing in The Sims. Cars are not even a thing in The Sims 4. So basically what I decided to do was use some of the old car parts from Strangerville, I believe, and I put a woodworking table next to the car parts. So he's got some old tires and things like that throughout his yard, just so we can kind of imagine that maybe he stands at that table and does his car repairs there. Maybe that's how he makes a little bit of extra money for himself. Also, I don't know why, again, I haven't made this sim. He does not exist yet, but for some reason, I think his name should be Sully Reed. I don't know why. That's just the name that came to me while I was building this home. So who knows? Maybe one day we'll finally do a let's play and we'll do a let's play of Sully Reed, because I feel like this would actually be an easy story to tell, and then that way it could kind of just be Sully living out of this house and trying to make some extra money and going to school. I don't know. I'm always talking about starting Let's Plays and I just never do it because I'm a builder and I just never venture out into live mode because I get nervous. I don't know why. I guess it's because I'm outside of my element, so I'm afraid that all of my Let's Plays will stink. But still, I think it would be a really cool idea. Maybe I'll make Sully and maybe you guys could play out that storyline. I don't know. I have thought about making Sims to go with my houses so that way you guys could do Let's Plays if you wanted to, whether you are documenting it on YouTube or Twitch, or if you're just doing it for fun in your own time. I still think that would be kind of a cool idea to do. And then maybe I could write out like some rules or things like that. I think I would have more fun doing that for you guys than I would doing it for me, if that makes sense. But anyway, we used a ton of rundown items to build this little shed to tiny home. Also, shout out to Josh, who is a member of my Discord community. If you would like to join my Discord community, there will be a link down in the description below. But one of our community members, Josh, had the idea to call this a warehouse. And I just thought that was brilliant because y'all know that I have a huge soft spot for puns. It's literally in my name. RaellySims. I just love it. I adore it. So a warehouse couldn't be more perfect. Absolutely love it. Thank you, Josh. Shout out to you. But we used a ton of rundown items. I believe that that bed is actually a debug item from Eco Lifestyle. I always forget to use it because it's a debug item, but it's so cool for builds like this. And other than that, we used a lot of stuff from Werewolves, of course. It's mostly a Werewolves build. I almost thought about doing just Werewolves, but your girl just can't. Like, I feel so limited creatively if I try to limit my packs and just do one one pack. I know that's good for you guys who might have only certain packs or a few packs, but it's just so hard for me. I swear I will try. I will try to do more base games and one pack builds. It's just so hard. I like to be super creative and use whatever I have in my game, so it's really hard to reel myself in. But Werewolves is legitimately one of my all-time favorite packs now. It's so good just because I love building things that are run down and dingy and just old in general, so I had a lot of fun with this build. That flooring that I used in the bathroom and the kitchen is so cool. I love that so much. I'm going to use it all the time. Also, I haven't playtested this build. I never do, and I apologize. You guys, if you have to download my builds, or if you want to download my builds, I should say, I'm sorry. They're not going to be playtested and they may not work that smoothly. I just don't do it. I don't know why. I think it's just because I'm always so busy with builds that I don't have time to really playtest them because I need to go on to the next thing, especially now that I'm working on all of these fall/spooky inspired builds for October. I've been super busy. But when you download my builds, it's highly possible that you're gonna have to move some things around or maybe even expand the place to actually make sure that it's livable for your Sims. So I'm not sure if the bathroom layout works. I think it should, just from my previous knowledge of what Sims can use and what space they can use and what space they can't. I think it should be usable, but I'm not entirely sure, so don't hold me to that. It's really cramped in there and I'm just worried that the door won't open. Also, this fridge that I end up using isn't functional. So this fridge that I end up using is a eco lifestyle, I think, debug item. So I originally had a working fridge that I used in this build, and then I decided to delete it for a fridge that has the door actually off, like it's missing. I just thought it was cool. I thought it was cool, a little touch of storytelling to say that, you know what, maybe this werewolf had a moment of rage and he went over to his fridge and he ripped the door off. I just thought that was cute. I don't know, I just love to storytell with my builds. You know, you can really look around this place and get a feel for what the sim is into and what he's dealing with, and I just think that's really freaking cool. I also wanted to add a bunch of debug empty food containers, so there's pizza boxes and there's Chinese takeout boxes, just really cool stuff like that that I love adding in this game. But you guys, let's move on for just a second because I have to talk to you guys about the updates that came out for The Sims 4 this week. Oh my gosh. So I am recording this video on a Thursday, September 19th. So I've been watching videos on all of the base game updates, all of the new color swatches that we got for a ton of old items, and I am so anxious to get back into the game and start building again, but I can't because I am recording commentary today. So I'm not gonna have time to build. I have to record commentary for multiple videos and I want to build so badly. I can't wait to look at all of the new swatches. I have watched a few videos while I was getting ready today. Deligracy put out a video that really showcased all of the new swatches and it's just so exciting. There's so many pink swatches. Oh my gosh. So if you guys don't know, and you might not know from looking at me, my favorite color is pink and then black. I love a beautiful pastel pink, and I'm so excited to see all of the pink swatches and also all of the white swatches. That's gonna be so perfect for making really nice suburban homes. Oh my gosh, I am so freaking excited. But what about you guys? Are you excited about the new swatches? Let me know down in the comments below. But one of the really cute things that I decided to do with this home is I actually took the muddy paw prints from, I believe it's cats and dogs, and I sized them up to look really big. And so basically I have these paw prints go from the front door all the way into the bathroom. Like maybe he went over to the bathroom to get himself cleaned up after a really crazy night in the woods. That was just a cute little idea I had, and I really liked the way that it turned out. I don't know, this build was just super fun, and I think I have a really great time doing these tiny home builds. They don't take hardly any time to do at all. I think I finished this entire build in an afternoon or an evening, something like that. It didn't take me long to do at all, and I really enjoyed it because since it's so small, I can have so much fun adding a ton of details to it, and that was such a blast. I really liked adding debug items to the yard as well. We used so many debug plants and trees because these are some really great trees from, I think Werewolves is mostly what we used, but we used a lot of not cottage living, horse ranch. Why do I always get those two confused? I mean, they're kind of similar to be fair. But horse ranch, to be honest, is my favorite Sims pack ever, and I can't really do a build without using it. It's so hard. It would be like a challenge for me at this point because it's really good with making rustic things in this game, which I absolutely love. Can you tell how excited I am about this build? It was just really cool. I had such a great time. I really enjoy little builds like this, so let me know if you want to see any more of them this month or next month. I was kind of thinking about making a witch's tiny home, maybe like a witch's cottage. I thought that would be kind of a cute idea, but feel free to leave your suggestions down in the comments below because again, I am making fall and spooky season inspired builds for the month of September and October, and I'm super excited to be doing that because this is my season. This is when I thrive. The air is so crisp and cool, and I can wear sweatshirts again. I can't wear sweatshirts quite yet, but we are getting there, and it is pumpkin spice season. I did have a pumpkin pie yesterday. Well, not a whole pumpkin pie, but we brought a pumpkin pie home. So I had a slice of pumpkin pie yesterday, which was amazing. I love pumpkin pie. It is my absolute favorite. I'm so excited to watch a ton of spooky movies, and my birthday is next month. This is just the best time of year. I'm not gonna lie. Also, before we end today's video, I did just want to give a huge shout out to Tony Baloney, who helped make this video possible by supporting me through YouTube memberships. If you would like to get a shout out from me in a future video, you can sign up for my memberships by using the link in the description below. Of course, you do not have to. It is not required. You're supporting me just by watching my videos, and I appreciate that so much. But memberships are there if you do want to add that little bit of extra support for me as a creator. But again, I appreciate you for doing exactly what you're doing right now, just watching this video and hanging out with me. But we are coming up on the screenshots now, so thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this quick little speed build today. Short and sweet compared to my other builds, but I really hope you liked it. I had a great time making this. It will be up on the gallery by the time this video is uploaded. Well, I mean hopefully, because I'm usually forgetful. So if it's not up on the gallery, just yell at me down in the comments below to put it up there, and then you guys can play with it if you want. If you haven't already, please remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already to become a member of the Moonrays. Also, just so you know, I stream live on Twitch on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, both at 5 p.m. EST. Link will be down in the description below. I would love to see you there as well. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and until the next one, bye everybody.